Hello, viewers, and welcome back to the
Jimmy 2 Tech Show.
The Jimmy 2 Tech Show. We are your host. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Jimmy 1, Jimmy 2. Today we're going to bring you a video, another hydrodipping video. If you've seen the supplies we used before, if you haven't, check out our other videos. We have a very good one on learning how to do this as a beginner, but we won't go into too much of the detail. But of course, we got the safety gear, the paints, the stem salt, the basic stuff you'll need.
And then we have our item.
Yeah, this is an old air cleaner we got. We're going to redo this. We tried this before in our early infancy of hydrodipping with the cheap China film. It did not turn out good. We'll show you a close-up of that later, what it did with fingerprints and air bubbles. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty shoddy. So we're going to redo it with some proper film. You want to grab that. Tell them a little bit about that, guys.
This is our U.S. film. This comes from Southern Hydrographics. We like theirs. Same with Kansas City Hydrographics. They got good film. Here's the flag pattern that we're going to use. We're keeping with the theme that we've done to this car. This goes on our classic Corvette. We did
the gas cap. It was our first video. We hydro dipped a gas cap for the Corvette with flags. So as he said, we're going to stick with that pattern. I didn't mind the flames, but with this cheapy garbage film, it didn't turn out good. So why not just keep with the flag pattern? I'm sure it's going to be amazing anyway. But
yeah, it looked good on the gas cap. You might want to check that video out. That, like I said, that's our beginning one. Yeah, it turned out really good.
This is like a big gas cap. It's round. It's going to be beautiful.
A big gas cap.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do first is we got to get this crappy film off. We're just going to sandblast it in the blast cabinet. If you don't have a blast cabinet, you can use the scours, whatever. You might not have a dip on, so yeah, just prep your surface like you're supposed to any other surface. Throw down your base coat. So
yeah, we're basically going to speed through this for you guys. We'll show you little bits and pieces of what we're doing here to save speed. But as we're saying, if you're looking for a how-to hydro dip, like if you're a beginner, we have videos for that. I'll put a link to it right in the description and the end of the video, so you can always check that out, and then you can always refer back to this one. So let's just get started. Alright everybody, so we're going to give you a little close-up here with the old dip. As you can see here, it grabbed fingerprints. We had little bubbles in the film, like little air bubbles that actually ended up popping when we were rinsing it after the dip. So I'll just go all around here. You can kind of see. This side didn't look as bad, but started to carry some of the fingerprints. And then right here too, with this kind of item, this is a good catch point for air. So a little air bubble stuck right there. And then once we were finished, again, it pops and then it back to what your base coat is. So the dip was kind of crappy. A big portion of this was just the film itself. When you get film from places like China and stuff like that, sometimes the film quality is not the best. And then thickness of film can change too. So that could be some of your problems with air bubbles. And
yeah, with these air bubbles he was talking about, there's one there. This one we sharpied so you don't see it as much, but yeah, it's there. That goes to a lot to say about your dip angle, because if you don't do a good enough angle, the bubbles will trap there when you're dipping. Yeah.
And here we are to the blast cabinet. We'll get the vacuum on for you. The moment you've all been waiting for. Ta-da! Captain American disc.
You may notice that we have some of the red on there. That was our base coat before with the flames.
Yeah.
That's not going to matter too much because we're painting over with another base coat. So you won't have to get it to where it's perfect.
As he was saying here, we got our Sensolve, so we're just going to clean this up. Remember, just black gloves. You don't want to get any oils from your hands on the product or any kind of grease or dirt for that matter. So once we start putting this on here, no more touchy bare hands. So that's key. I'm just going to sprinkle some on here.
You could put on your rag too, it would help.
Yeah, I just started with this and I'll put some more on here. It'll be great to...
Make sure we're using the shop towels, they're lint free so they don't leave no residue behind. If you try to use like a regular house paper towel, it might leave some remnants behind. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to paint our base coat. What are you doing?
I'm practicing.
Aren't you missing some?
The paint?
No, your mask. Safety second.
No, safety first. So we were a little bit low on our paint volume, so this is what we got. It still looks pretty covered from what we got here.
We're gonna leave.
Darth Vader. Come on.
Vader. We're gonna leave the edge here, like the muted silver from the metal, and see what that looks like with the flags. That might look pretty decent, but our top is coated, so the flags will shine through.
Okay, so right now we're kind of just setting the film right on the water before we spray the Hydrovator. We got the corner touch, but that shouldn't bother you too much as long as it doesn't take on a lot of water.
Yeah. It's doing its thing.
Yep. So while he gets a respirator on, we're just going to let this sit on here for a second. Then we're just going to spray that Hydrovator, let it sit for just about a minute, and we'll see the top of this almost looks like liquid. And then we'll be ready to dip.
Bubbles.
A little baby bit of stretch, but not bad.
Well, considering how our film was, it looks pretty good.
Alright guys, we are to the clear coat stage. I don't know if you guys can spot the mess up here. Right over here in the top of the corner, we have one little spot right there. Then we have a little bit of stretch here, but as you saw from when we put the film on there and sprayed it with activator, we kind of ran into the film kind of stretching, and it took a little bit of water, which kind of messed it up a little bit, but it still turned out really nice. So we'll probably put a coat or two clear coat on there and let it dry.
Well, there you go, guys. This is the completed project. Looks pretty awesome. We can't really put it on the car right now because the car is up for the winter, but we'll try to get it on the car, and if we do, we'll post some pictures to our social medias. Make sure you check those out.
If you stumbled across this video, hydro dipping, and you want to get a little bit more information, if you check in our description or on our channel, we have a lot more videos of hydro dipping that are very concise to teach you exactly how to hydro dip. So again, if you're curious, just swing on there, take a look. That way you can start to do this yourself if this is something you're interested in.
Yeah, it's a fun project to do. It's cool to see what it turns out to be. Like you've seen before, we had the flames, which were kind of cool, but the flag fits our theme, so we went with that.
If you want to know where we got any of the items we used for this video, you can check right in the description. We have our Amazon affiliate link, which has everything all in one spot of everything we do for all of our videos. So if you want to use that to find them, and if you shop through there, it helps support our channel. So
yeah, with no cost to you, so feel free to click that.
Yep. Also, we have Patreon too, so if you want to help support the channel, you can always give that a visit. We definitely appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all about dipping or what you want to see in new videos, just comment right below. I get back to those pretty quick. Make sure you hit that like button, and as always, subscribe. Yeah, the post notifications so you get in the know when we post a new video. Until next time. Do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit.
spoken.